The Emperor's Handbook, a new translation of the Meditations, is a collection of personal thoughts and rules to live by from the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who many have credited as being the world's greatest leader of all time. This book is considered to be the Bible of Stoic philosophy, and it's a quick read, mainly because most of the writings are short, pithy statements that are all content and no fluff. By the way, there are several versions of the Meditations, but the one that I enjoyed the most so far, and I haven't read all of them yet, is the version by David Hicks. Stoicism is a philosophical school emphasizing rationality and self-control. It teaches that individuals should focus on what's within their control and cultivate a sense of inner calm and resilience in the face of adversity. What I personally love about Stoicism is that most, if not all, of the most profound things that you may have heard in self-improvement books and programs most likely came directly from Stoic philosophy. So when you read these things by the great Stoics like Marcus, you can hear these empowering messages in their original form, not the copy of a copy of a copy that has been watered down throughout the ages. And that includes my books as well, by the way. There's nothing original in them. It was all said long ago. Now, here's where this review gets a bit weird. I'm now going to reference a modern-day Stoic and recommend his books, because in studying him, I was able to appreciate the Meditations much, much more when I read it a second time. And I'm going to share with you what that is in just a moment. Ryan Holiday is one of the most powerful authors in modern day. He's made his life's work studying the origins of Stoicism and then putting a modern twist on it so their philosophies are current and relevant to what's happening in today's crazy-ass world. Buy all of his books and read them all. I've already reviewed one of his books, and in time I'm going to review more because they are all so powerful. One of the things that I learned from Ryan was that we tend to misunderstand the Stoics and give them far too much credit. We tend to think of them as these rock-solid philosophers who never got upset, never felt jealous, didn't have any insecurities, and just came at life head-on with this unshakable foundation in who they were, like many do when idolizing Marcus Aurelius. But what Ryan shared was that it's just simply not true. They battled with many of the worries and insecurities that we do today. That's why they constantly wrote down their philosophies. It was to remind them of what even they would forget from time to time. And when I learned that, it gave the Meditations a whole new meaning for me. The first time I read it, I did so from this place of reverence, like, God, I will never be as good as this guy. But then when I reread the book with this distinction, all of a sudden I read it from this position like I was going through life with Marcus, and that made these philosophies seem far more real and achievable for me. Here's a few excerpts from the Meditations that illustrates its style and themes. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Book 8, Section 1. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Book 7, Section 2. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Book 6, Section 6. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Book 8, Section 3. I give this book a 4 out of 5 head tilts, even though it's one of my all-time favorite books. And that's simply because it does take a bit of translating some of the concepts into modern day speak. But that's the only reason. Otherwise, it's absolutely a 5 out of 5 head tilt. I love it. Let me know what you think of the book. And if you've read any books on Stoicism that you liked, leave them in the comments below so we can all benefit from it. And who knows, it might end up on my list of reviews one day. And if you want more book reviews, please hit that subscribe button so you're going to be notified the moment I release my next review. Until then, let's all try a little harder to be a little better. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch that book review. If you liked it, I think you might like this one as well. Check it out.